welcome back to the channel. I'm the Handy Monk, and today we're going to take a look at how to check the oil in your car. This isn't super necessary all the time for newer cars because they don't typically burn oil, but if you have an oil leak or you have an older car, this can be something important to check because you don't want the engine oil in your car to get low. And so let's take a look at how to do that today. It's a real simple process, and we're going to jump right under the hood. So the first thing you have to do is you have to pop your hood. Normally that's on the driver's side, and you can find the hood release under the dashboard, normally somewhere right in this area. Sometimes it's down on the floor, sometimes it's kind of buried into the dash. On this car, a little bit dark, but it's right here on the bottom of the dashboard. So it's normally a little lever, you pop it, and you should hear the hood pop, and you can walk out. You can see now the hood is up a little bit. Then you have to find, you can see it's loose, and so the first latch has been released, but there's always a second latch that has to be popped. This is for safety measures in case one breaks while you're driving. The other latch will keep your hood from flying up. And so if you reach your hand under, somewhere in the center you can normally find the release. Let's see, where is it on this hood? There it is. I can feel it right there towards the center. There's a little lever. I'm just pushing with my finger, and we can lift up. Some hoods have automatic springs that will hold the hood up for you. This one does not, and so at the front of the engine you'll normally find a little bar. There's mine right there. I'm gonna have to grab that. So once you locate the hood support, which I have right here, I've put it up, you know where to put it by sometimes finding the arrow on your hood that points up to a little hole that the tip just kind of slides into. And then next we want to find what's called the dipstick. This is used to check the oil. It can be in different locations on the engine. Normally though it's on the front of the motor, or sometimes to the side, either the left or the right. It's normally indicated by a yellow handle, and so you can see ours right here is actually in the front center of this engine. It's right here. And before I pull it out, what I want to do is I want to make sure that I wipe it down to keep any dirt and dust from falling into the hole. And then we'll take a look at how to read it. So I just want to wipe off the dust around here, keep any dirt from going into the engine, and you just pull it out. And now there's going to be a little bit of oil on the end of the dipstick. You want to make sure to wipe that off initially and actually put it back in so that you get an accurate reading, because you don't know what oil has splashed up on the dipstick or why there's oil on there. And so you always want to pull it out, wipe it off, stick it back in all the way, and then pull it out and take the reading. And make sure that you hold it flat so that the oil doesn't run. But as you can see here, we have our dipstick, and you can see there's two marks. Normally the one on the lower end of the dipstick is the low indicator, and up here the other mark is normally your high indicator. Sometimes they'll actually have a full on it. You want the oil to be in between these two marks, preferably up closer to the higher mark, because that's where the full is. As you can see, it looks like we're doing fine here. The oil is at the top mark, and so we know that we're full. You also want to note the color of the oil, so it should be a nice gold brown, kind of like this one. If it's really black, or if there are little metal particles in it, or it just kind of looks or even smells weird, like if it smells like it's burnt or something like that, you might want to get your oil changed, because that can be an indicator of either very old oil or another problem inside your engine. You want to make sure that your oil is nice and clean, because having clean oil will help your engine last longer. And there we go. And that's all there is to it. It's a pretty simple process, but that's how you check the engine oil in your car. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Remember to subscribe, and go out and enkindle and enlighten.